So getting started on our planning a city on a coordinate grid, your name should be on your paper already. That should be the first thing that you write. I mean, if you want to be me, feel free to write my name. I love people who follow my lead. What's today? May the 4th be with you. Right, so we're planning a city. We have established a city that is just beginning to grow. We will need to put a plan into place so your city will grow successfully and efficiently. Name your city. You can choose any name you want, as long as it is appropriate. Locate the following landmarks. You're not talking on a coordinate plane. If you are creating your own, use graph paper and draw the origin in the middle. We don't need graph paper because I provided it for you. The grid should extend 20 units. Excuse you, I'm recording. Don't come in here making noise. I will happily send this video to your mama. But be careful and don't come in here making noise. Each unit on your paper will represent 1/10 of a mile. As you add features to your city throughout the activity, be sure to mark and label each one on your grid. So as you make a new part, you have to label it. I suggest use 2 letters. Some landmarks are established in your city and would be very difficult to relocate. Locate and place these landmarks on your grid with a dot and label. Okay, my courthouse is located at -211. Electric company is at -77. Your electric company is different. My school is at 07. My historic mansion is at -14.4. And a river runs through my city following the equation y equals 2x minus 5. The main highway runs through your city following the equation 4x plus 3y equals 12. What must we do here? Solve for y. On the back of your paper, at the top, 4x plus 3y equals 12. Start solving for y. Okay, once you're done with that, your work should be back here on the back of your paper. I will be looking for that when I am grading it. Excuse me. All right, the only other paved road, which is First Street, currently runs from the courthouse to the electric company. So we need to make a line with these 2 points. The courthouse is at -211. And then your electric company is at whatever number you have here. So you're not copying mine because you don't have the same number that I have. You're going to take this number here and write it over here. Then you need to use Desmos to create a line that's going to have these 2 points. It should be in y equals mx plus b form. So you're taking these 2 points and putting them in a table in Desmos to get your y equals mx plus b. Your slope must be in fraction form. During this activity, you may draw roads running through landmarks because your map has a small scale. Roads and landmarks may appear to overlap when they are separated by several feet in distance in reality. Your city would like to attract tourists, so you will need a tourist center at the point where your main highway and First Street intersect. You have to locate that point. Where will the tourist center be located? I believe this will also be a decimal, so use 0.5. B, plan 4 new roads to run parallel to First Street. Parallel means what? Same slope. The slope for First Street, that's this one. So whatever slope you get here, all of these slopes need to be the same. The slope from this last bullet point, First Street, will be the same slopes here. You can use different y-intercepts because you need 4 different lines. You should pick the locations thoughtfully, planning for where you think you will have traffic. Write the equations for these 3 roads. You can use any street names you want. If you can't think of any, Google some. It's okay to Google here. It's also okay to Google a name of your city if you want. Now establish 5 additional roads to run perpendicular to First Street. What does perpendicular mean? What did we say about parallel lines? They have the same slope. Did we say anything about their angles? So for example, if I have y equals 2x plus 4, what's a line that's parallel to it? Y equals 2x, because they have the same what? Slope. For perpendicular lines, what does that mean? Opposite what? No, that's not what you were taught. Thank you. Opposite and reciprocal. What does reciprocal mean? Excuse me? So then what would the reciprocal be of this line? No, that's just the opposite. That's not the reciprocal. You just said -2. Excuse me? -1/2. Y equals 1/2 what? Give me another y-intercept that hasn't been used already. Minus who? Sure. Give me another one that is perpendicular. Y equals, I got to use the same one that's perpendicular to this one. Negative who? What else? What else? Sure, that works as well. So you need to know what a perpendicular line is. You need to have this written down as part of your grade as well, since apparently we forgot. In a minute. B, you will need any bridges, or will you need any bridges on these new streets? What coordinates will require bridges? So this is where the streets intersect what body of water? What was the water that I discussed earlier? I just read about it. The river. Okay, we can't just put a street in the river. We've got to build a bridge to get over it. So you're going to have a couple of coordinates here that you must list. Your city has funds to establish 4 of the following buildings landmarks. Decide which 4 would be best for your city and pick a location for each one. Add them to your map and give their coordinates. This is up to you. These are unique. You only need 4. Okay? Write their name and where they're located. A large company has also decided to establish itself in your city. What is the company? Where will it be located? Give its coordinate as well. Hey, you're good. You can choose any company. I would suggest that you choose a toy store, a car dealership, somewhere that you like to shop. Okay, somewhere that your parents like to shop. The following retail locations have submitted applications to build stores in your city. Choose 4 of the following to locate in your city and pick a location for each one at the intersection of 2 streets. So this must be where 2 streets cross. And then you're choosing 4. 2 restaurants will also locate in your city. I think that's supposed to say be located. What are the restaurants and where are they? Choose two of your favorite restaurants. Okay? Perry Steakhouse and McDonald's if you want. And then, how did planning your city relate to what you have learned about systems of equations? That's kind of already been written on the back. We need to discuss slope. That's the only thing that's needed here. And then here's where you will plot your points. I highly advise you to do a line at a time. 2 points make a line. And according to the rubric on Google Classroom, all landmarks must be plotted correctly and clearly labeled. The river and the highway are accurately graphed. First Street is correctly drawn, and the tourist center is correctly identified using an intersection. Work is neat and easy to read. If you need separate paper to show your work, feel free to grab it. I don't know where it mentions colors. You got to have perpendicular roads, bridges, all the things. Your river must be blue, must be easy to read. I don't see color on here, so I might need to add it. I do want to see color. So once you're done adding those lines, trace over them with a dark pen or a colored ink pen. Okay, I'm okay with that. But make sure that they're nice and neat and the lines are straight. You must use a ruler. I probably need to add that in my rubric as well. I have rulers for you to use. Once you get started on plotting points and drawing lines, you may need to grab a ruler. Questions?